Hi everyone, this is our We've Made It in Life moment, and we're here to share a story of how we got here. My name is Omolade Akinwumi.
And I'm Chisom Okorie.
Picture this, two individuals from the far ends of Nigeria, Ibadan, and just to be precise, having no connections whatsoever, but having something similar, which is the drive to empower the next generation.
If you know Jos is a beautiful place. The cool weather, the hospitable people, and even the popular tomato Jos. I grew up there. In as much as Jos was and is still a beautiful place, my little eyes saw something deeply troubling. It saw young girls ages 13 to 19 getting pregnant, and this affected their education, because they could not afford to pay for school and also take care of their child or children, as the case may be. I observed this, and in 2018, I decided to start a foundation to cater and train these young girls. Every session with them has been one that inspires, challenges, and empowers them to be the best version of themselves.
I grew up with no idea about tech. But fortunately, when I got into the university, I got the opportunity to do an elective. But then I was struggling because I didn't know tech. I had no idea what it was. So I had to ask my friends, help me. But the responses I was getting was more of, why don't you learn makeup? Why don't you learn how to make hair? I did all those, but there was still a drive, there was still something, a longing within me that I wanted to know tech. And also coupled with the fact that there were so many women in my time, that period, that didn't know how to even go into the space. So a couple years down the line, when I felt like I'd already built myself in tech, I took it upon myself to start an initiative here in Lagos, which was a chapter of a larger body. And it was then I got the opportunity to empower and to lead over 300 ladies here in Lagos in their tech journey.
In 2023, we met. We met in school. We had the same drive, the same energy, the same passion to be able to solve problems in our local communities. When we met, we clicked almost instantly, right? And we started looking for problems to solve. That was all that was in our minds. Where we met was Apapa. So we decided to not go too far. We decided to look around our environment. And it didn't take too long. We discovered stagnant waters, plastic waste littered all around the community. So we decided to come together to come up with a solution. And we created Earthly, which solved for sustainability in Apapa local government. And interestingly, it aligned with the 2024 World Earth Day themed Planets versus Plastic. It is very interesting to note, even though we've left school, this initiative is still up and running. You may think that we ended there, but instead we went around looking for even more problems. And today, we not only solve the problem in Apapa local community for plastic, we've gone ahead to be able to solve even bigger problems in the Nigerian housing space. And today, we service customers all over Nigeria.
Okay, so we grew up in a place that we were watching the world from a distance. We hear about Silicon Valley, we hear about things that are global. Even London, it felt like something that was not achievable. Silicon Valley that we hear now as, it's a normal thing, it felt like fiction. Even the word global that we are using anyhow now, it felt like, I can hear it on TV or in the news like my grandpa used to listen to then. And also in the movies that we used to watch, or even the books that we used to read. But it just felt like our names were just not on that list. And then, when we got to meet each other, we realized that, we were actually made for something more than we had thought. We were more than just the girls from Jos or Ibadan. We had something that could push us to actually even do more, like she had said. Okay, so there's a slide that I want them to put up, which is the congratulations part. Okay, so here, it was a shock to us because we felt like we just wanted to make impact. We just wanted to keep doing what we wanted to do. But from the far ends of East Africa, we got a call from Telcom that we were invited, fully funded, for the Africa Tech Female Founder Summit. And it was a shocking experience for us because that was the first time we were going outside of West Africa, and it was an opportunity for us that really marked something bigger within us. So to us, right, the next slide, please. So to us, right, it was an opportunity. We were happy, but apparently it seems like the world was starting to see us like an asset. Yep, next slide. So Chisom from Jos was trying to make impact in Jos. She came to Lagos, tried to make impact in Lagos. But apparently, the world was started to notice her and started calling her from different parts of the world.
Next slide, please. Omolade, on the other hand, who had wondered how she would compete on the global scale in tech, has today been invited to so many conferences in and around the world. Today, she trains other young people in tech and has also mentored them in their tech journeys.
Okay. So one thing that I felt like we did that made us to get to this point was not just, let's go with the flow, or let's just do what we have to do. Yeah, I mean, there's that. But then we also had to sit down, we had to calm down, we had to plan and strategize and really think about where do we see ourselves in the next couple of years. But truth be told, we might see ourselves somewhere better, yes, but we don't know where that place is. And, you know, there is this law of physics that says a body will continue in motion unless being acted upon by an external force. But guess what? We are not being acted upon by external forces. Our forces are from the inside. And guess what? We can only go up from here. Yes, slide. And one thing that we are doing our best to do is to carry as many people with us, because there's this idea that we have that if we are knocking and then the universe decides not to even listen to us, we carry people with us and then keep knocking and the universe would not want to sleep on us. And
next slide.
Yeah, okay. So we hope that this presentation today is more or less like a seed sown within all of us and not just be an idea, but then we hope that it germinates to actually be something that grows into impact. And we have just one more thing to say, and it is to just do it. Thank you.